Welcome to the Parker Podcast Collection.
I suck, you suck, I suck at Call of Duty. You suck. You suck. You suck.
Welcome to the Not Playing Podcast. My name's Rob Howard, and this week I'm joined by
Patrick Kay
and Adam Scott. Hello.
You can contact us on email at notplayingpodcast@gmail.com or follow us on Twitter at notplayingpod. Did anyone have any E3 predictions or hopes?
VR and Star Wars, hopefully together.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably wishful thinking. But yeah,
Well-
I'm hoping for some more Star Wars titles, and I'm sure there's going to be some interesting VR stuff. But specifics, who knows?
I was reading. Oh God, I read something the other day that you know that cancelled game 1313.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there is rumours that someone's picked up the shell of that and is doing something with it, but I can't remember.
Well,
Can't remember who it was.
Respawn, who are making Titanfall 2, they're definitely doing something.
Yeah.
And then Amy Hennig's got her team, and I don't know whether they are doing something with that. And there's
BioWare,
also...
which we should all be pretty excited about, I imagine.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah, it will be.
And also...
But,
well, BioWare
'cause they
already are with kind of the Old Republic, but...
yeah, but they're doing something else. They're
Doing
not just
something new,
they're
yeah.
not just doing that. They're doing a new game, which is because I think everyone was like, oh yeah, because they just announced that they were going to do more Old Republic stuff, but then they said I can't be quoted on this, but BioWare definitely said no. There's other stuff going on. I mean, basically E3. Christ, they're going to milk this franchise for all it's worth. They've probably paid an absolute fortune for it, so they're going to make as many games out of it as they possibly can.
They've got 10
and
years,
why not?
apparently. They've got 10
Yeah.
years to make the most of it. Yeah.
Well, Disney, Disney's kind of knocking it out of the park with everything at the moment. So if they're retaining some kind of creative input into this, most times I'm like, oh, get those fingers out of there. But I don't know. You can't. They've been very successful in what they've done since they've got there. Look at Marvel, and they're still pumping out good films. You know.
Yeah. Battlefront 2 is definitely going to happen. Because the first one, the one that came out at Christmas, apparently has sold like well over 10 million copies, understandably. So even though it wasn't a critical success, still loads of people
It's
bought
good
it.
fun though.
Or
Play it with
I
my son.
wonder
Good
if we'll
fun.
see anything for the PSVR Battlefield.
Well, this is what I'm thinking is
Battlefront,
EA or Sony show VR Battlefront on stage, because
Right.
VR has not had a presence on the big press conferences yet,
Right.
and PSVR, they're obviously going to be giving that a huge push for Christmas. That's Sony's big play, I think. And
If they show
Star
a video
Wars,
of someone holding one of their controllers and it's a lightsaber, that's going to be... That would
Yeah.
be massive. That would
They
be
need to do-
huge.
they need to show it like how Valve have been showing stuff on the Vive, like
mixed reality.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that works really well
Yeah,
actually
so
in terms
good.
of demonstrating what it is. That's a really
good way of showing it. It really
nice
is.
way of doing it. Yeah. Because EA have got their own mini show, haven't they? EA Play, which is happening just before E3 or just after E3. So I don't know whether this would be. I suppose something like that would be at the Sony stand at E3 rather than there. But I don't know. It depends who owns it. The platform guys at Sony or the game makers at EA.
Well,
I don't know.
EA will EA will show games at like one of the platform holders conferences. They could easily do that. Sony have their own one and EA have their own one. EA is one of
Yeah.
the first ones, I think. That's on Sunday,
Yeah.
so it could be shown there. It's in both their interests to get their stuff out there. So yeah, we might see some PlayStation VR at the EA press conference because they might be pushing their Battlefront game, or they might save it for the Sony one. Sony, as they usually do, their conference is the last one because they like to do the fuck you to everyone at the end, don't they? When they go, oh,
Well,
our
there's-
console's only this much.
Yeah, but
and
they're
stuff.
not really fighting against anyone anymore, are they?
No, they're not really. No, pretty much.
Xbox is kind of consumed to the bin.
Yeah, but they, I don't know, because they are rumored to be announcing their new revision to the PS4. So because there's going to be the Neo or whatever it's called, and I don't know if Microsoft are going to respond to that with anything. It'll be interesting to see what Microsoft have got actually. But yeah, sorry.
I love how they're calling it the Neo and that PSVR was Morpheus. That's so fucking cool.
At least they've got their heart in the right place.
Yeah,
I suppose.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely see Battlefield, Titanfall, Call of Duty, massive. I wonder how much we'll see from Mass Effect because that's now not.
There's going to be some stuff. Apparently, there's going to be a fair amount of stuff there. I don't know if it's going to be they're announcing a demo or whatever, but I think I'm from what I've been reading around the BioWare world, they were expecting a fair amount of new reveals coming at EA. I think they've actually said that they're going to show some stuff off. I'm hoping that's actual gameplay rather than more cinematic stuff, but there's been, I know there was a leak recently of some pre-alpha footage, which looked pretty good, Frostbite engine stuff, and we saw Krogan and
Cool.
some other stuff that was going on in the jetpack in there. But the same guy that leaked that also, he was talking about some of the stuff he'd seen, because when he actually had a play on the game, apparently the game's completely finished. It's playable end to end, so they're just polishing it now. It's going to be released within the first quarter of 2017. But he's saying, yeah, it's really good. It's like a complete. This isn't just a new iteration. I think they've taken a lot of lessons from Dragon Age Inquisition and done. Yeah, but they've taken a lot of lessons about what worked and what didn't work.
Okay.
So I put it this way, reading some of that stuff, I'm not quite as nervous about it in terms of the constant MMO light type. Go and find the shards and go and do this little time.
To be honest, if they put all that
stuff.
shit in there, I'm not going to play it. I mean, I'm going to play it, but I'm just not going to do that stuff.
Yeah, me neither. I think I could quite happily leave that because I want the story. I want to spend time with the characters. That's what I play BioWare games for.
Yeah.
So yeah, and considering it's going to be it is going to be absolutely fucking massive. I can't afford to spend time chasing around ridiculous stuff. So I'm just hoping that doing that it doesn't penalise the gameplay for those of us who haven't got fucking time for that shit.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so we'll see what happens at E3 and see what they say. I'm expecting it to be quite a reveal.
I think Ubisoft are going to have Watch Dogs 2 because that's been rumoured because Assassin's Creed has got delayed. I don't think we'll see any Assassin's Creed stuff unless they do some kind of. They want to promote the movie with some kind of HD remakes of the originals or
There'll
something.
be some tie-in, won't there?
Yeah.
There's got to be some tie-in. It's Ubisoft.
I think it will still have some kind of presence. They're doing the PC gaming show again, which I caught bits of on YouTube last year. Apparently, all the people that went to it said it was awful. But you know, they've got the best of intentions there. But it was just because it was on a smaller scale, and it was like more like sort of interviews with developers rather than people going boom and like, you know, fucking Kanye West turning up and bollocks. Because it didn't have that kind of spectacle where everyone was just bored stiff. So yeah, I don't know. But what was it? Yeah, Xbox. I wonder if Oculus might have a presence on the Xbox stuff, on the Xbox conference, because I wonder actually if Microsoft's conference is going to be more of a Microsoft conference than an Xbox conference, because they've been trying to leverage that quite a bit more with like Windows 10. I think Xbox will be front and center, but I wonder if they're going to show like it will have more of a PC thing. There might be more of a VR presence. I don't think they're going to get HoloLens out yet. I don't think that's ready. They did that demo last year, didn't they, with Minecraft?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe they will actually. Maybe they will wheel that out.
It's out in the open now because I follow like the subreddit and stuff, and there's a lot of people using it now. But I don't know if there's much games being made for it.
No, but I think they'll will that out just for a bit, just to show that it's not dead.
Yeah.
That it's still a going concern. I mean, you can get the dev kits now if you've got a spare $3,000, but
Yeah.
it's just not really. It's not like there's enough of a thriving community for it to be worth it. Even if you were like mega interested in the tech, it's like, it's not like, oh, what the fuck would you do with it?
It'd be sort of be like having like Oculus Rift DK2 titles being announced at E3 last year. Like it wouldn't happen, would it? It's just like
No.
it's not a consumer product yet.
No.
Yeah, I think that's all I've got for E3 really. This has been the Not Playing Podcast in partnership with notlistening.co.uk, where you can also hear myself and Ian, remember him? Talk about movies and TV on the Not Watching Podcast one day. And Adam Ash and Will talk about all manner of funny things on the Not Listening Podcast. You can email us at notplayingpodcast@gmail.com, or you can tweet out or follow us on Twitter at notplayingpod. You can find the show notes for this show at notlistening.co.uk, and if you're listening to us on iTunes, then please do give us a review. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for listening. See ya!
See ya.
My friend, I'm inclined to agree, 'cause I suck. I suck at